Welcome back. You're with us on this extremely sizzling, very exciting, supercar-filled episode of Big Wheels. Now, I'm not going to say too much more. I'm just going to take you back to early morning when the Supercar Show 2010 was just beginning. Some of the most exciting cars in the city pulling into Vidhan Sabha here at Nariman Point. I'm going to take you back to that moment and let Nicholas Sinha take you through the event.
Cars, stars, roaring fans, gleaming metal and the sweet sound of revving engines. It was all more than enough to get everybody up and about on a Sunday morning.
It's a lovely Sunday morning and we're here for the second edition of the Parx Super Car Show. Bigger, better and sportier. And we've got all kinds of cars from all over the world. Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bentleys and BMWs. You name it, they're here. Now, it's a bit like being in a candy store, except this is really expensive candy.
The first edition of the Parx Super Car Show was organized by Gautam Singhania last year in April. This time around, the turnout was overwhelming.
Well, I think there's been a huge amount of support. I think first time people were a little skeptical as to what it was, and we did it quite rushed. So we had a much smaller venue. This time we tried to learn from that and we've done it slightly differently. As you can see, there's a lot more place to move, a lot more cars. We got phenomenal response from the manufacturers like Lamborghini, Bentley, Mercedes, BMW, Audi. Everybody is coming.
The idea behind the event was to share a passion for sports cars with the people of Mumbai. This would involve parading these fabulous machines, some of them worth over a crore, along Mumbai streets for all to see. On display were Ferraris, Porsches, Bentleys, Rolls Royces, Mercs, Beamers and an aerial Atom. Did I forget to say Lamborghinis?
Well, there is very little in the world that beats being in the cockpit of a Lamborghini. And I call it a cockpit because this thing looks like it's just about to take off. This is such a gorgeous, gorgeous car. It's unbelievable.
They say the stars come out at night, but on this Sunday the magnetism of the super machines drew them out in daylight.
A lot of people are fond of cars in Bombay, actually all over, but it's the roads that kind of restrict the rich and famous to buy these kind of cars. So I think once you improve the roads, then I think there'll be more of these cars around here.
I wanted to see what sort of cars the big boys are driving, what sort of wheels they have. And to be very honest, I didn't really know that what sort of cars the supercars Bombay has.
It's good for people to see. These are exotic cars, are best cars in the world, and they come out here. So normally the common people don't get to see. As I said, in the day, they come out late at night. So big boys are not playing at night; they're playing in the day on a Sunday morning. So good.
So all of this was just show and tell.
This is not a race. So gentlemen, drivers, please behave yourselves. We did not want to come to prison to see you.
The real action kicked off at 10:40 when the cars began to pull out from Vidhan Sabha parking lot onto Marine Drive. The route took them up past your party, along Haji Ali, onto the Worli Bandra ceiling, and through till Kalanagar. And then back to Vidhan Sabha, past thousands of gaping spectators. The drive was all about showing off and just enjoying the awesome power of these machines.
It's never about top speed.
in any car, because you know, when you want to achieve top speed, then you have the racetrack to do it. It's always about the torque, because you know, it's always about the initial 0 to 60, which gives you the adrenaline rush, and cars like this like give it to you like how.
Of course, it's really hard not to get carried away in a sports car, but there was a huge emphasis on safety with our very own Tata Nano leading from the front.
I'm leaning next to the Tata Nano, which is our own supercar made in India. It's not a sports car, but it's super in its own way, and today it was serving a very important function. It was serving as the pace car to make sure that everyone kept to a certain speed limit.
At the end of the ride, it was time for the engines to cool while the crowds milled around to get a closer look at some of the iconic beauties. Because to be honest, this was really a beauty pageant for cars. And with every beauty pageant, there has to be a winner. But it wasn't the Ferrari.
Well, put your hands together for Lamborghini, the LP640, and the award goes to Amit Bosley. Lamborghini LP640.
All in all, it was quite a novel way to spend a Sunday.
Well, it doesn't get much hotter than that. It was an absolutely fantastic event, an enormous amount of energy, and it was simply great to see all these cars out together on Mumbai's roads. We take a very quick break at this point. We definitely need one, but we'll be back with lots more.